Today there was a big announcement from Block.one. Google Cloud is taking steps to become an EOS block producer. I had a 1-hour deep dive conversation today with Block.one CTO Dan Larimer, and here is an excerpt from the interview about what this news means. If you'd like to watch the full interview, visit naomibrockwell.com/memberships. We dive deep into the EOS tech, its history, starting with the BitShares days. We talk about democracy and society in general, the ability to secede, and why incentivizing voter turnout isn't always a good idea. The audio-only version of the full interview is also available on my podcast. But here's Dan on the Google Cloud announcement. I wanted to talk about the exciting news that got announced today. So Block.one put out a press release that said that they're welcoming Google Cloud to the EOS community. Talk to me about this. What does this mean?
Block.one's been working with Google for cloud services and the like, and Google got interested in what we were doing, and Google Cloud got interested in what we were doing. And so we've been educating them on how EOS.io works, the EOS public network, and they decided they wanted to get involved. So we were very excited that they see the potential in being a member of the community.
And so this partnership is yet to sort of solidify. It says that they're taking steps to become a network block producer. What does that mean?
That means that they're going to be a candidate. The token holders on EOS will be able to vote for them. And if they get elected, then they will be one of the top 21 block producers on EOS. And that could represent a major shift in the decentralization of EOS and the quality of the block producers. And if it works out well for Google, then other big companies will want to get involved. And then that has the potential to really transform the image of EOS. Instead of being perceived as a group of Chinese that are of questionable quality, if we get big tech companies to take the slots of block producers, now it's decentralized among a lot of companies with a lot of reputation.
I attended the Tulip conference last year where there was sort of this fear that a lot of block producers were based in China. And so are you seeing EOS is transitioning to having more geographically dispersed block producers, with Google Cloud being one of the first of these?
Absolutely. Block.one is using our stake, acting as a community member to vote for the decentralization and the improvement of the quality of the governance of the EOS network. We are putting forth proposals on enhancing the resource model to make it more accessible. We're also revising the whole governance structure and presenting that to the community to encourage people to stake longer, to transfer power from short-term holders to long-term holders, and to create incentives to become a long-term holder to really grow the community. And in the process, to remove power from exchanges where they're holding other people's money and voting with it. So we're doing a lot to enhance EOS and to have it realize its true potential of being a high-performance, decentralized, censorship-resistant platform designed for growth and designed for accountability.
Having Google Cloud as a potential block producer is really exciting, but it also brings up a point about EOS having a lot of information on chain. There's a lot of data there. Do you see that it's going to continue down this trend that you will need larger companies to be storing this information, companies like Google Cloud, in order to operate a full node, for example?
Certainly for blockchains like EOS, that's going to be the case. It's the shopping mall of smart contracts. The way that you have to scale is you have to have lots of small private chains and communities that have their own chains that then interoperate with the main chain for settling international trades, right? And so that's how things scale. And we absolutely, there's limits to the scalability, not defined by Google, but it's more defined by the limits of CPU architecture, right? The physical limits of the amount of RAM and disk and interconnect speeds on the internet. Those define the limits of the scale of the technology. And it's always going to be the convenience factor of being where everyone is, which is going to be one advantage of EOS. But to truly decentralize power, we need to have many, many different chains, and then these chains need to form chains of chains of chains. I guess a hierarchy of blockchains that are all communicating together is how you would scale this, which means the typical person would not need to run the full chain. They would just run their local community chain.
Before you go, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and also consider becoming a member of NBTV, where you get access to all kinds of exclusive content, including the members-only full video of this interview. Thank you so much for watching.